Well, good morning from Cottage Farmstead. I'm Rebecca. My husband Nathan is right over there in the chair behind me. And as you can see, we have a wood stove installed. So we actually put it in a hurry and didn't really film a whole lot of it because it was when we had that frigid polar plunge. And it was the temperature felt like -5, which is really cold for South Carolina. And it arrived after dark one night, and we did a quick fire outside to off-gas some of the paint and such smells that are on it when it's brand new. And so we got it installed, and we have been enjoying it for this past week. But since we weren't actually planning on getting a wood stove this winter, we weren't prepared for it. We didn't have wood split, we hadn't collected wood, we haven't bought firewood. Thankfully we do have woods on our property, about 12 acres of them, so there's plenty of downed dead wood, especially since this forest hadn't been managed in probably about 40 years at this point. So we're gonna go out in the woods, hopefully it doesn't rain on us, and collect a little bit more firewood that we'll have something dry so we can keep the fire going on these cold winter evenings. So as you can see here, we do have some wood already split and ready to go. That's because we had some special helpers here with us yesterday while I was at work. Uncle Nate had our niece and nephew, Valencia and Jacob, helping him stack some wood. They filmed a little bit of it, so I will turn it over to them.
Well, good morning from the Cottage Farmstead. My name is Nathan Vanette, and I have two very special visitors with me today. What are your guys' names?
My name is Jacob.
Sweet. Jacob and...
Valencia.
Valencia.
I wearing your gloves. I wearing your gloves.
He's wearing my gloves, and then she has Aunt Rebecca's gloves on today. So today we're doing a special job where the gloves will be helpful. We've been having some pretty cool weather, so we're going through our firewood so fast that we need to split wood again today. So I'll be cutting it today while they go ahead and carry and stack it up on our wood log pile under the porch. That way it stays nice and dry. So come on and join us today, and we'll show you what we're doing.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. They were such a big help. We got a large pile of wood stacked now, and it's just so exciting to see all the wood come in so that we can continue to stay warm all winter long. What do you guys say?
See you next time. See you next time.
So we were looking at different options from buying split wood from different people locally, but really because we have all these woods, we saw it as a potential resource just to start cleaning up the woods of any fallen logs and start using that. It might take a little bit longer to get it to burn because even though these logs have been down for a while, they're dried of the green wood, they're still out in the elements. So we did get some logs stacked the other day, which was helpful. I borrowed my brother's chainsaw and got two really nice logs. I think one was a white oak and another one was a red oak, and both of those have been burning very well for us. So as you can see, there's a lot of trees down and some dead trees that are standing. What we're planning on doing this winter is we're going to salvage what usable wood there is down. We will save and leave anything that is already decomposing because we want to continue to add that biomass to the forest. The dead trees that are standing, we're going to save those for next summer or spring, summer, so then we can take those down. As when you're walking in the woods, dead trees that are standing can be a risk, and really you don't want to have that risk if we can help it. So we'll use that for firewood then for the next years. And these woods, just with the dead wood that's falling, should be able to sustain our house with the firewood it needs without a problem. So as you can see, this wood is very rotten. I mean, I could just pull it apart. Now, this would burn if you have a hot enough fire, but the type of heat, the BTUs that you would get out of it, would be very low. So something like this, we will leave for the environment to just continue to decompose, as that encourages a lot of insects in our woods here. So this is one of those trees that is dead and standing still. We're hoping that the wood has been preserved because it hasn't had a chance to rot as much as if it was laying on the ground. So we'll turn this into firewood and leave all the bark out here into the woods to continue to decompose. But this here is a fantastic potential fuel source for us, and we're looking forward to cleaning up the woods, making it safer, while also providing a fuel source for our house.
So last week we had a little bit of time and we had walked out into the woods and found some downed logs, and we got really lucky. One of them was a red oak that was not all the way on the ground. It was sitting on some other logs and it hadn't decomposed. It had just perfectly seasoned. And so that's what we've been splitting up there at the house and burning, and it's been beautiful. So we'll show you down here where we found that log.
So we ended up harvesting a lot of this log. As you can see, it's marginal because the outer layer had already started to decompose. However, there was still a lot of usable fuel. So we took a lot of this particular log, which I think is some sort of possibly a red oak, and it's still burning great. But once again, because of that softwood that's decomposing on the outside, it's not quite as hot. So you just want to make sure you have a hot fire to keep creosote from building up or anything like that. And the other log was laying right in here. So what was great about this is the logs were less than 40 feet apart. You can see the base of this red oak here that we had cut up for the wood, and how much harder that is all the way across. So we have a lot of usable fuel for that. That was probably about a 40-foot log, so we got a lot of fuel. That should be probably close to a cord worth of wood once everything is split and stacked between the two, which hopefully will last us through the rest of this winter.
Well, unfortunately, it's starting to rain on us, and it's supposed to rain the rest of the day, so we're going to get out of the woods here, maybe get another log or two split so that we have some good firewood for the rest of the evening, as though it's going to be a good day to cozy up inside. We'll catch you next time.